One thing that's really helped me to maximize my willpower, my focus, and my time is having a solid structure. And this has been able to help me just to maintain a quality of service, to continue to provide value, and ultimately to live a lifestyle that I actually really enjoy. So check out this clip about how and why I structure my week the way that I do. When it comes to structuring my week, I only ever structure from Monday to Friday, and the main reason for that is I like to keep my weekends pretty free and flexible. I don't want to be too structured and rigid every day, so it's good for me to be a bit loose and free. Then on that Monday to Friday, I'll only ever structure from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So for me, that gives me my full 8 hours sleep or roundabout. Now, whether 8 hours is the best or the recommended, I don't know. That's just what works for me, and I need that, otherwise I can be pretty grumpy in the mornings. And when it comes to the day, I have 3 main blocks that I've set up. So I have the morning block, and that's what I call my output block. We have my midday block, and we have the last part of the day, my evening block. Now, this setup is inspired by a book called Willpower Instinct by Kelly McGonigal. And she basically talks about willpower being a finite amount that we have, and that much like a muscle, it can get fatigued. And so our willpower is fatigued or is used whenever we're exerting energy or expending energy or outputting energy. And so I've tried to structure my day in a way that would maximize that willpower and use it more efficiently. So let's go to this first block. This is called my output block, and so when I first wake up at 6 a.m. I get into what I call my secret place time. So this is my time with God. This is my faith time where I'm praying for my day, thanking Him for my day, praying for the things ahead, reading some of the scriptures, the Bible, and writing down notes and inspiration. And I'll do that for about half an hour, so that's all there in the blue. Straight after that, I'll get into the orange, my creatives. And so this is where anything I just let loose from my creative juices. So any ideas I've got, any inspirations I've got, any visions, dreams, whatever, I'll just let loose in this hour. And I actually find that these two work together. There's inspirations that I'll get from the secret place that I'll just build on and expand on here in the creative times. And it's actually these 2 times here that have birthed a lot of the ideas and the realities that I live now today, especially with Empower. A lot of my ideas were birthed from this place, so this is important for me. Straight after that, I'll get into my family time. So this is where my girl's waking up, roughly around about 7:30. It's good for me, it's important for me to spend those first waking hours with her and just being with her, so I enjoy that. And then just before 9 a.m, I'll spend an hour on what I call project time, and so this is the project time in the blue. So this is anything that I'm working on or need to get done for my work, for what I do. So whether I'm working on the new training ideas or client programs or new workshops, personal development courses, whatever, this is where I spend time doing that. Then in the reds, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this is my gym time. It's good for me, it's important for me to have my physical output time as well, so that's awesome. So that's the first block, that's the morning block, this is my output block. The mid block here, the clear, what you see, this is where I leave open and free for networking and meeting with people. And so this is crucial to me. Anything you see in the green, these are all appointments or meetings or networking that I've got set up for that week, except for here, I was running a workshop at Lululemon yesterday morning. Shout out to Anna and the crew, thanks for that. But here is where I like to set up all my networks or any networks for that week. I'll keep it flexible if I don't have any on, see for these first 2 days and even Friday there's not much happening this week. I'll use that time to either work on more projects or more creative stuff, or just spend time with family again. So that's pretty flexible for me there, but the main priority I try to get is networking and meeting with people. Then it comes to the third block, the final block, and this is the evening block, and this is where I'm actually executing or doing the work, the things that I do. So all the brown and yellow, these are clients, teams, or groups that I work with, and I'll only ever work from this 3 till 7 time, roughly in between there. For me, I'm not too phased, or I don't need to be working 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. Like some people, that's cool. For me, this works for me, and I actually enjoy this, and I set it up in this way purposely for just before my daughter was born, and I wanted to make sure that we were living, we were making an income, but at the same time I was able to be home with my girl at that time, and I've just kept it that way. So I've had this structure for the last 2 years, and it works really well for me. I enjoy it. And then after that, I'll get home, I'll shut everything off, and then this is my time with family again. So being with my girl, my wife again, talking about the day, or being with my girl before she goes to sleep. And then from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m, this is what I call my upgrades time. So everything in the red there, this is my upgrades or my input. So this is where I'm reading or watching videos or reading articles, anything that's putting new information in my head. And so that when I go to sleep, that's sort of the last thing that's happening or going on for me in my day. And the way that I like to think it is that when I'm sleeping, simmering, or I'm mulling over all the info that I just got, and then when I wake up the next day, boom, I'm straight into creatives. All those ideas or those new inspirations, I can just let out and flow. And so that's pretty much how I structure my week. If there's anything there that can benefit you or help you, man, go for it. If there's any questions you've got or anything I can expand on, please shoot questions through. Or if there's any advice that you can give for me that I can better the structure. Or even if there's a way that you do it, I'd love to hear yours as well. So shoot through your comments, shoot through your questions. I'd love to hear from you.